Well, unfortunately, I don't have any good news to report as far as the SawStop saga. I still just have stuff in boxes. I don't have the most important part of it, the saw. We're still dealing with having to ship it across the country, and then I guess they had to get the old saw back before they could send me a new one, which I was misinformed on. So probably be another week or two at this point. I don't think the saw itself will be there until tomorrow at the earliest. So we're probably talking about another 2 or 3 days still until the saw itself comes. By the time you're watching this, hopefully the new saw will be here. That being said, I figured we could at least go ahead and do some of the electrical stuff that I was gonna do around the saw. I'm 99% sure that the saw is gonna go right here. I've thought about every permutation of the shop, and it just doesn't seem like anywhere else makes a lot of sense. So we're gonna just send it and we're gonna put the plug in, and I'm also gonna run another electrical line that maybe not today, but in the future we'll run another row of power elsewhere in the shop, whether that's some plugs along here or along this other wall. We just don't have a ton of power in here and we need to fix that. So let's get to it. Reminder, I am not a professional electrician. Please do not take this as electrical how-to advice. I'm just showing you what I did. I consulted professionals along the way for every step of it to make sure that it's done correctly and safely. I recommend you do the same. Don't just research some random stuff on the internet. Talk to somebody that actually knows what they're doing. And if you don't feel comfortable about it, just hire someone. With that mystery wire. Now that I've got the tiles all out, I have a hole into the garage through the wall. I just have to pull wire, about a 250-foot roll, because we're probably going to do this a couple of times before this is all said and done. But for now, this is going to be the dedicated line for the table saw. We know where it's going to go. I got to get Tapcon so I can mount the box, but I know enough of where it's going that I think I'm confident enough to start pulling the line from the panel all the way down there. Got myself good on that one. All right, I got 2 boxes set up. One where it comes in from the ceiling, and then I use this flexible conduit. I don't love that it's blue, but it was free, so we're gonna use it. And this is probably gonna be a pain in the ass to get to fish. Oh God. I'm gonna have to cut that off flush. The camera was off for a bit of that because it was just a lot of wrestling and fighting with it. Really, a second person would have been nice for this. But wanted to give you one tip. I am by no means an electrician, but sometimes I play one on the internet. I have learned a lot from a union electrician. I like to joke that I'm like on my 5th or 6th year of being a first year apprentice. But one of the tips that I got is once you have the thing wired up, this is not even connected to a box, so it's completely safe at this point, but take some electrical tape and wrap it around the whole thing, like twice. This is just gonna help you to keep the screws tight and well, not even keep the screws tight, that's not what I'm trying to say. It kind of keeps everything nice and tidy, but also if you ever are working on this and you're either reckless and work on it hot or just accidentally don't have the power off, if you grab it by the sides of it, you're going to shock yourself. And so this is just like a little extra protection to keep it from shocking you, especially on a 220. You'll be feeling it. So I missed one little detail. As I just did on the panel, I wrapped the white, which is typically neutral, I wrapped it in black because it's technically now a second hotline, which is how 220 or 240 or whatever it's called power works. I'm just coming back in and doing the same thing here. Just putting a little bit of black tape over it just so it's obvious to anyone else that might mess with this. If this plug ever came out and it was just the raw wire, if I took the receptacle off or something, someone might not know that and then they would try to wire a regular 110 plug to this and they might blow themselves up. Again, I don't know all the details and all the things. I am very much a beginner at all of this, but I'm trying my best to consult people that know what they're doing and not just Google a bunch of random shit and hope for the best, because electrical is pretty serious stuff and I don't want to get blown up and I don't want to blow anyone else up, whether it's an electrician that comes to help me or someday when we leave this house and someone else is messing with it. It's just not worth it. All right, this place is a little bit of a mess, but I slid this table that we built before over here kind of to feel out where an outfeed table might go. The saw will go here. We got the plug installed, so at least we got something done today. But I like the idea of this sort of hand tool bench. We could redo this back wall, make it kind of like a little set, do some fine woodworking. If I tear out stuff over on that side, I can put the bandsaw in that corner over here. We can put in a miter saw station. Like I've mentioned before, this is not actually my miter saw, and it's a little bit big for the space, so we're gonna replace that at some point. That's about all I've got for today. I thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't the most exciting episode, but we got some more progress done, so when the saw finally does arrive, we should be able to just put it in, assuming it doesn't have any issues, and immediately get into building a miter saw station, building an outfeed table, building some cabinets, building some actual projects. It'll be so great to actually have something that resembles a shop and not just a garage full of junk. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed this and want to keep up to date on what I've got going on, hopefully to include a new table saw, subscribe down below, leave me a comment, let me know about the layout, your thoughts, if there's tools that you want to see, projects you want to see, things that you like, things that you dislike. I want to hear from you down below, and until next time, thanks for watching.